stand and walk correctly for foot and major joint health. Hi, this is Chon, pedorthist and Anklebone Alignment Specialist. In early 2003, when I was working as a Disney animator, I had a moment to examine the foot model with leg bone attached to it, just like this, except it was all white. We animators studied quite a bit of human anatomy, and I studied physical therapy in South Korea. So I was familiar with human musculoskeletal system. But that day, these small joints in front of the leg bone caught my eyes. And I realized these are the ones that form the arch at the bottom of the foot. I knew we have joints in front of the leg bone here, but that day, seeing the leg bone standing on the ankle bone, which I knew, of course, as most of you do, it just dawned on me that our entire body weight falls on this ankle bone. And this ankle bone is a part of the small joints that form the arch. Later, I found this group of small joints is called collectively as tarsal joint. Not many people know about. So our entire body weight on the ankle bone falls on the arch, the tarsal joint. And this tarsal joint should not fall, because when it falls, entire foot bones go out of alignment, including the ankle bone on which the leg bone stands. So when tarsal joint falls, tilts the ankle bone, so instantly puts our entire body structure out of alignment from the feet up. This definitely causes problems in our foot and major joints. Why didn't I know about this? This is why my knee joints, especially my right knee and my back, was having little discomfort. So I started to analyze from the animator's viewpoint how the foot structure and its mechanics engineered to handle weight and ground reaction force throughout the day, and how it affects the body above it. That's what animators do, analyzing movement with weight and ground reaction force, and we catch every subtle movement to draw out natural movement for the big screen. And I went to Temple University Foot and Ankle Institute and became a pedorthist in 2005 to share my findings in a professional setting. And my analysis is quite different from other sources. And I found subtle compensating behaviors our body does when we are lifting weight. And I was sure the tilted ankle bones or fallen tarsal joint is the cause for those compensating behaviors. And with that finding, I figured out how to do Anklebone Alignment Test, which I believe we all should know how to do it. So when we are getting anything for our feet, all work together for aligning our ankle bones. It's like vision test we do when we are getting prescription eyeglasses. Do you have any foot or major joint problems like foot deformities, plantar fasciitis, major joint arthritis in your knees, hips, and lower back? How about scoliosis? If so, hear me out. You can get rid of those problems by simply eliminating the cause, the tilted ankle bones. How? Aligning your tilted ankle bones at the same height with correct orthotics and by standing and walking correctly. First, let's think about how much weight falls onto the tarsal joint each step we make. The average American adult male weighs almost 200 pounds and adult female weighs 170 pounds. And do you know the average weight for male or female foot? It's less than 1.5 pounds for both genders. And when we are walking, the impact on the foot becomes 1.5 times of your body weight. And when we are running, that impact can become 3 to 4 times of the body weight. And think about soldiers and firefighters with heavy gears on them and run, then nearly 1,000 pounds crushing the tarsal joint or the arch of each foot. Our body stands on the ankle bones. So ankle bones, both ankle bones should be aligned at the same height. Then our body stands and moves with alignment from the feet up. then our feet and all the joints can move efficiently with even weight distribution. Of course, even with alignment, weight-bearing joints deteriorate but at a minimal rate. But on tilted ankle bones, our body stands and moves out of alignment. This accelerates the wear and tear and causes more damage than normal. So extra damage happens in the foot and major joints throughout the day, about 16 hours. And thankfully at night, lying down to sleep removes the weight from the joint for about 8 hours. During this time, the joints rest and heal, and the 8-hour sleep is enough to heal the 100% of the damage done in alignment. So next day, we are up and running with the healthy joints. So the foot and major joints would not have pain. However, the 8 hours sleep cannot fully repair the extra damage done out of alignment. And the next day, we are up and running again without alignment, with a bit of unhealed joint damage. So this cycle continues every day. We just don't realize this is happening in our body for many decades. This is how our body accumulates the foot and major joints damage little by little over the decades. And when the damage gets over the limit, our body sends out signals with foot or major joint pain and get worse and worse as time passes by and become chronic pain in the back, hip, knees, and feet. These are all mechanical problems caused by the fallen tarsal joint or the tilted ankle bones. More the tilted ankle bones, worse the body alignment. So the foot gets bigger and bigger while the height gets shorter and shorter. Pain impacts life physically, emotionally, and socially, not in a good way. So people start looking for treatment without aligning the tilted ankle bones. Starting with painkillers. Painkillers are nerve killers and they are chemicals. Now our body starts to damage mechanically and chemically at the same time, speeding up the damage. And some do physical therapy, but as long as the treatment is done while lying down, it's good. But after the treatment, they stand up again on tilted ankle bones. So ankle bones keep tilting worse and worse with each step, speeding up the joint damage. Eventually, some do surgery still without aligning the tilted ankle bones. It's an enigma to me that most people, even healthcare professionals, are totally blinded to these tilted ankle bones. Even though they see the images of CT scans or x-rays with obviously tilted ankle bones, no one raises question. It's like auto mechanics and the owner of the vehicle decided to fix the vehicle without aligning tilted wheels. Did you know everyone has the tilted ankle bones? Yes, even children. So human body is growing, living, and dying without the alignment. Then why ankle bones tilt? Because of the fallen tarsal joint that no one talks about. Let me show you. This tarsal joint forms the arch, and they are put together like a 3D puzzle. Look at this. At the bottom, very complicated. So this tarsal joint has a very tiny 1 to 2 millimeter of up and down range of motion, almost nothing. And it should, because the foundation should not fluctuate. And this tarsal joint should not fall out of its tiny range of motion or from its alignment, just like the other joints. But when we are walking on this flat surface, while the other foot goes into the air, our entire body weight has to pass through this tarsal joint. And if there is no proper orthotics under the tarsal joint, this tarsal joint definitely falls. And when it falls, the entire foot bones go out of alignment, as you can see here, including the ankle bone. So instantly, our entire body structure goes out of alignment. the foundation goes off, instantly the entire structure goes out of alignment. Usually both tarsal joint falls differently. This tilts both ankle bones differently too. And this makes one leg shorter than the other. So if you press up against the bottom of the kneecap with your index fingers, you can see one kneecap is lower than the other. This makes the entire leg length different. So if you press down on top of the hip bones, you can see one side is lower than the other, so your hip bone is tilted. On tilted hip bones, spine cannot stand straight. It only can stand with some scoliosis. And different leg length makes people to limp, obvious sign of a body moving out of alignment. So what should we do for our foot and major joint health? Now we know the tilted ankle bones damaging our foot and major joints throughout the day. So we need to stop the damage. How? Aligning the tilted ankle bones at the same height. The moment we align the ankle bones, stops the damage in our foot and major joints from moving out of alignment, and already damaged parts finally start heal properly with alignment. Then how can we tell if our ankle bones are tilted or aligned with Ina's Anklebone Alignment Test? So after finding the correct orthotics, we need to put these orthotics into the shoes and put them on and do the Anklebone Alignment Test again to make sure the shoe bottoms are leveled from side to side, because so many shoes are manufactured with slightly tilted shoe bottoms, usually to the lateral side, the pinky toe side, on both sides. This tilt can be from inside the shoes or from the outside at the bottom shoe sole. So we cannot tell just by looking at them. But good thing is that we can find out with Anklebone Alignment Test how much the shoe bottoms are tilted. So we can level them by adding the correct thickness of strips on the lower side of the shoes inside. So with the Anklebone Alignment Test, we can make sure whatever we put on our feet, they are all work together to align the ankle bones. If you wear the correct orthotics with shoes with tilted bottoms, your ankle bones tilt again. So your foot and major joints get damaged again, even though you don't feel like it. But good thing is, sooner or later, your body will send you signals with the foot or major joint pain or discomfort, because tilted ankle bones is the root cause of the foot and major joint problems. So while using the orthotics, if you get those signals, the discomfort or pain in the feet or major joints, they are from the tilted shoe bottoms, not the orthotics. So all you need to do is level the shoe bottoms. Then, to your surprise, the signals, the discomfort or pain in your foot or major joint disappears instantly. Now I will show you how to do the 1 foot at a time Anklebone Alignment Test. 1 foot at a time Anklebone Alignment Test is done by standing on 1 foot. You put your whole body weight to 1 foot and the other foot should be on the floor. Don't lift up, just put it on the floor nicely, and your head has to be lined with the foot to be tested. And then your arms, elbow, has to be at least 3 inches away from your rib cage. So this one indicates wider range of motion, and we are going to lift weight. And now the person who's going to test me, pressing down on my wrist to gravity direction, not pushing or pulling. It has to be gravity direction, and while I am resisting, like I'm lifting weight and weight will go down to my ankle bone. That's how we do 1 foot at a time Anklebone Alignment Test. But 1 foot at a time Anklebone Alignment Test, we need to watch 2 compensating behaviors. One is using the core muscle and body tilting. But as long as your head lined with the foot, you are not tilting your body. So just watch, you are not using your core muscle. And she's going to press down on my wrist, and I'm going to resist. So I cannot. And the other foot too. Head and line with the foot and elbow away from my rib cage. So press down. This is so hard. And with orthotics, and you need to do this test whenever you get orthotics. So I'm standing on my foot like this and elbow a little away from my body and press down slowly. See here? I can resist. I can lift. This shows you can utilize strength with full range of motion. Even you can lift your weight with this with a fully extended arm too. See here? I can do this. See? And the other foot too. Press down. See, I can utilize my strength. And once you know how to not compensate, then you can do it on your own by lifting a weight without orthotics first. Your head in line with the foot and elbow a little away from your rib cage, at least 3 inches. See here? I cannot do it. I can only lift close to my body. But on tilted ankle bones, we cannot use our full range of motion. See? I cannot do it. But with orthotics, we can lift. It's much easier. And lastly, after we align the ankle bones with correct orthotics and shoes with leveled bottoms, we need to stand and walk correctly. Standing correctly means putting our body weight straight down onto the ankle bones like this, not like this. Because the ankle bone is a part of this high medial arch. All the foot bones attached to in front of the ankle bones make the high medial arch. And the lateral arch is the green part. All the bones that attach in front of the heel bone, these 4 bones, make the lateral arch. And because this medial arch is engineered with thick plantar muscle. See here? The muscle is much thicker in the medial arch than the lateral arch. So this high medial arch can handle tremendous weight all day without any problem, but not the lateral arch. And also, when you stand like this, it's not good. So put your body weight straight down onto the ankle bone. Weight will fall onto the medial arch. And walking correctly means transferring your body weight straight forward through the high medial arch, not like this, okay? Now I will show you how to stand and walk correctly. So stand and walk correctly provides good physical balance and better circulation at the bottom of the foot. And also, you can keep the shoe bottoms from wearing out unevenly, so you can prevent the shoe bottoms from tilting. So standing with your feet shoulder width apart and pulls your knees slightly together, put your body weight on the medial arch without much effort. So if you need to stand with your 2 feet together, then it's better to pull your knees together like this. And if you have a bow legs, you need to pay extra attention and pull your knees together as much as possible. Bow legs happen when a person walks on the lateral arch for many decades. And if you have bow legs, the medial side of the knees are getting lots of stress. And also you can stand with toes straight in front of you like this, or you can stand with toes out up to 15 degrees. But if the toes out more than 15 degrees, body can lose balance easily. And standing with pigeon toes, which is in-toeing, is not good, because if you stand this way, your body weight most likely falls on the lateral arch right here. And standing with crossed feet definitely puts the weight on the lateral arch. So try to stand on the medial arch most of the time. And now how to walk correctly. Walking correctly means transfer our body weight straight forward through the medial arch. Medial arch is from the ankle bone. From here to first big toe, second or third toe makes the medial arch. And fourth and fifth toes make the lateral arch. So we need to bend our knees towards the second toe or big toe, our body weight will pass through the medial arch. If you bend your knees to fourth or pinky toes, weight falls on the lateral arch. So try to bend your knees first or second toes. And now when you make a step, you should put the entire foot bottom at once on the ground like this, not heel first like this. Then you are utilizing arch for your weight and ground reaction first. Also, another thing, when you walk, you put your foot straight down, sit from here, or the bottom at once. But a lot of people have been walking like this, putting the side first like this. Then weight falls on the lateral arch. So we need to change that and walk straight, putting your entire foot straight down so that weight will fall onto the medial arch. Even though you walk with toes out, see here? Not to put your foot like this. No, this is not good. Now cat walking definitely puts the body weight on the lateral arch. See this? If you are a fashion model and has to catwalk on a runway, just do so on a runway only, and whenever possible, walk correctly on the medial arch. And of course, we cannot walk correctly all the time, but we are not supposed to walk incorrectly all the time or most of the time. All these sound so new and complicated, but this is the proper way to get rid of the root cause for foot and major joint problems, so we can prevent foot deformities and pain and major joint arthritis and even scoliosis. And once we learn how to do the Anklebone Alignment Test, we can find the orthotics and shoes and socks. Anything we put on our feet are all work together for the Anklebone alignment. Then put the body weight straight down on the high medial arch, not on the low lateral arch. Then our body can function efficiently with alignment at all times while keeping the foot and major joint healthy. Believe me, my foot and major joints are healthier than 20 years ago. That's it for today. Bye for now. I published a couple books with many drawings for easy understanding. You can check them out on Amazon. Align the ankle bones and stand and walk correctly. It was about stand and walk correctly for foot and major joint health.